don't need to put on that show. You don't need to denature television. Why be hostile to nature? Let's have a dream that isn't nothing at all. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? Then you would get more and more adventures, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
Though I try and I try, but they'll never take my life. I'll survive and I'll be doing fine, but I'm afraid of the change, or if I still stay the same. And when I'm gone, hope the garden carries on.
Century,
decision. When things can't be explained, superposition. Does anyone feel a thing? Is everyone anxious? Maybe I hit the wall. Maybe I'm shattered. Does anyone care at all? Does anything matter? Time to try something new to get me more faded. Waking up, falling down, straight on the pavement, listening for the sound, a greater vibration. I wanna feel it every day. I wanna live in precious love, a shine, yeah. Just for my taste, I've been through before, yeah. before, so close I can taste it. A life worth fighting for. I don't wanna waste it. I wanna feel every day. I wanna live in practice life. I try again. I wanna fall in love again. Just one more taste of beautiful body, body.
who's been to a Young the Giant show before? Hey. And whose first show is this for Young the Giant? Oh. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for trying it your first time. And for all those returning, we appreciate you guys truly. And we've been doing this for almost 20 years. And having this experience, I mean, there's a freaking World Cup game going on in this city right now, and you guys are here. We truly appreciate you. A lot has happened this year. We have the 10-year anniversary of our third album, Home of the Strange. It's also, it's been a month since the release of our sixth album, Victory Garden. And so we're going to kind of go all over the place in the timeline of Young the Giant. In the history, we're going to go all over. Kind of songs we haven't played very much historically, songs that, you know, we play, and some new things, and we're just going to try and play as much as we can. So let's keep going. Let's do this. Somewhere in the forest where the waters meet lie the days before us, spinning on repeat. There's darkness through the doorway, silence in the streets. There's something in the stillness, a distant memory.
Just of a way to get started. Stutter my flow, train of thought just departed. Taste of mascara on my breath. Let me get this off your chest. Open my mouth, all the gems falling out, make it lose control. It's been too long. The taste of you on my tongue, the shape of two as one all night. I'm already there. It's not just a dream. You come as you are. You make me wanna scream and shout all the words I never said out you now. I'm already there. Lips, you laugh, naked in the bed. It's all I can dream about. The days of all, I don't know when I'll be home. The one away from the sun all night. I'm already there. It's not just a dream. You come as you It gets old when you talk to the sun in a tongue understood by no one. Can it be that I hear what he's saying? Is there a reason why I'm still awake? And he says, I've got you returned in a black book on the railroad track. You see, I know you're fake. And I say, you've got to listen. I'm a songbird with a brand new track. You underestimate. I give you something to believe in. Burn up with basements full of demons. Realize you're a slave till your mind breaks free. Now give me something to believe in. Just give me something to believe in. Every day when I speak to the moon, pale as a ghost in the afternoon. Tragedy as a whole on my mind, but I can see the light between that. And I say, you've got to listen. I'm a songbird with a brand new track. You underestimate. I give you something to believe in. Burn up a basement full of demons. Realize you're a slave to your mind to break free. Now give me something to believe in. swagger, but it's all for show. She pulls it dagger just to see it go. Little Mona Lisa with her heart of gold. You just smile at me and you glass menagerie. I've been dancing in the middle, wait for you to catch my eye. Get caught up just a little, wishing you could say my wishing you could say my little Mona Lisa. She listening to Sheryl Crow, thinking every day's a winding road. Little Mona Lisa with her heart of gold. You just smile at me in your glass menagerie. I see a picture everywhere I go. The people secrets no one ever knows. Little Mona Lisa with her heart of gold. You just smile at me in your glass menagerie. I've been dancing in the middle, wait for you to catch my eye. Get caught up just a little, wishing you could say my wishing you could say my little Mona Lisa. Little Mona Lisa. In the night where I live, your children swear they fuel the kitchen. Breathe the glass to Soviet crimes in the war. In shadows, I write in tongues of old. Fumes are falling, smelling burn like always. Yes, always. Now here, 'cause I know you don't breathe that well. And I know only time will tell me I got buried. No, it won't be long before I rise and I got buried. No, it won't be long before I rise in song. Let me see your eyes moving. Cause I know you don't read that well. Yes, I got buried, yes. No, it won't be long before I rise and say I got buried. Cause I know
Thank you. So, I'm a firm believer that, creating anything in life, like music, or children, or just, being part of the world in your society, in order to care about what you do, you have to believe that there's a future and a humanity left to leave it. A place where if you leave it, it feels better. And it's so hard in this world to be an optimist, but to be a musician, to be an artist, and to be a part of this community, of any community, one has to kind of be a crazy optimist against all odds, has to believe in something greater. And I think there's no truer metaphor than the process of making music. I think people often mistake the reward of making music for the song and the accolades and everything that comes with it. But, I was just talking about this earlier, the reward is the struggle of making it. The enjoyment of being in the lowest of lows and banging your head against the wall for hours, not sure what's gonna happen, just angry at yourself, having imposter syndrome, not sure. You go out for a walk and you skip something jogs in your head, and then all of a sudden that idea comes and everything's better. And that just doesn't apply to music, it applies to life, Happiness is not a final state, it's a constant state that we kind of orbit around. And to make something beautiful, you have to understand that what the happiness that you feel is countered so equally by the sadness and the torture and the difficulty of life, right? And that no matter what you do, all the things that we go through in a day, that, even that darkest feeling that you have will pass if you let it. So this next song is dedicated to that moment of clarity. It's called This Too Shall Pass.
Can't decide on anything, but tonight I found some peace. Used to lie awake, couldn't fall asleep. Tonight I've learned to dream. rainwater carried his bed around the world and back again. Oh, all the things he did see. Life is a dream, drifting at sea. Camel's back, yeah. I'm the gray rock when my mind goes black. Needle in the eye of a satellite. I'm holding my breath, just holding my breath. I'm up to my neck and the water's rising. Strong on my chest and my thoughts are violent. Memories fade, I've got to get away, I've got to get away. But I might not make it. Was something I said? I've got my feelings right. Don't wanna lose you again. Ships passing in the night. You've got my cards in your hands. What can you play? I'm right. The trace of perfume in my dressing room. When everything here makes me think of you, I'm holding my breath, just holding my breath. You're up to your neck and the water's rising. Storm on your chest and your thoughts are violent. Memories fade, I've got to get away, I've got to get away. Giant has kind of hit home to us harder now that we have been doing this for almost 20 years and we are no longer that young. It's no longer a state of physicality, but it's a state of mind. It's a state of trying to constantly be inspired and understand that we can learn and find beauty and peace in like the simplest things. And you know, this record, we kind of wanted to get back to just recording as a band together, writing as a band together, and just come from a place of joy. You know, a lot of us are parents now, and I think we have so much to learn also from our children, as much as they have to learn from us. And I think in this world, we're all forced to be adults, and we kind of, the version of ourselves that is the truest is kind of pushed down so deep that sometimes we can't trace the beginning and end of it. And we have these emotions and these reflexes to things in our past, and we can't name the feeling. We don't understand where it's coming from. It happens to me all the time, being just a fucking man in this society, and it's hard to trace these things. And you lose that person in yourself.
And I think we always want to say, you know, and it's a negative thing to, you know, you're acting like a child, you know. And I think we can learn so much. We can act like children a little bit more, you know. With love, with empathy, you know, we come into this world just loving, and we don't know anything else. And we took that concept because we wanted to put something great back into the world, and the world that we love. And it's only fitting that we took that joy, and on this record, 6 records deep, almost 20 years in, this next song, which is about kind of a hard and difficult type of love, is our first ever #1 Billboard airplay song. So I think it shows a lot of people are feeling this way. This one is called Different Kind of Love.
Living in a house that's not your home. Living on a prayer you used to know. Giving to away, but don't let go. Don't let go. Golden cage, a record year. I'm hanging from a chandelier. I had a dream I disappeared, but I woke up. I can take the mind control. My heart, my body tells me no. You told me once, not long ago, but I forgot. Living in a house that's not your home. my war, it's my war, it's my war. His eyes are open, his eyes are open. I said, oh, 'cause I want more, yeah, want more. His eyes are open, his eyes are open. Hey, hey, hey. My body tells me no, but I won't quit. Some more, some more. My body tells me no, but I won't quit. 'Cause I want more, some more. Who runs any town, yeah. Teachers, they try to preach you. They said it to you know, but now you're grown up. And this time you were tested. The city made you cold, and only when you fucked up. Do you miss the friends, the names you crossed off? I know it's hard to be safe. Temptation is so friendly. I need this release now. I find the peace that free me. I'm awake in a parking lot where all the friends, their names are crossed off. Won't you ask me, are you in love with the city all stars? Whiskey bars, and I'm on my back, I'm waiting. Yeah, you could say that I'm praying. Will I remember? Well, I'm this place, yeah. I know it's hard to be saved. Temptation is so friendly. You come back to see it, the fever. You feel like you need this release
told that there's a lightning strike 8 miles away. We had a few more, but we're gonna play as many as we can right now. We're gonna play one more for you and hope for the best. Losing my mind, losing my mind, losing control. There's fishes in the sea that's staring at me. My flat body beats for a beat of a drum. If I could find a way to see this train, I'd run away to some fortune I should have found by now. I'm waiting for this concealer to come down, come down. Life's too short to even care at all. I'm coming up now, coming up now. These zombies in the park, they're looking for my heart. A dark world exposed, bright as sun. If I could find a way to see this train, I'd run away to some fortune I should have found by now. So unnatural things they say, restore me, restore life the way it should be. I'm waiting for this concealer to come down. Life's too short to even care at all. I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, losing control. I wanna see you jump, Villa. This might be your last chance. If I could find a way to see this train, I'd run away to some fortune I should have found by now. So unnatural things they say, restore me, restore life the way it should be. I'm waiting for this concealer to come down. One more spoon of cough syrup now. One more spoon of cough syrup now. Let's chase that storm. Mind over matter, doesn't matter to any of us. Don't change the subject, I'm heavy on your love.
race. Fly just in the jet planes. You know you're on my mind. And if the world's all right, I'll be taken in. Some of young men have tried. I wanna see them change. Will they stand by me? Some of young men built to fall. Mind over matter, I'm in doctor, thinking about her. Chase my disaster, it's heavy on my tongue. All the lights are glow, Tokyo snow. Go to the show, curtains close. I'm watching you to shine. And if the world's alright, I'll be shaking it. Some of young men are trying. I wanna see them change. Will they stand by me? Some of young men built to fall. I'm such a danger. We have to stop the song.